Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Shamoya. If this is your first time here, if you're returning, thank you for joining me again. Today I am going to be doing a quick get ready with me type video. I have about 15 minutes to my makeup, so stay tuned. I'm just going to be using some of my favorites as well as trying out a couple new products. So yeah, stay tuned. So first up, we got to put on some lip balm. This is a new one by Laneige, and this is their lip glowy balm. Just got this one, really like it. Tastes like bubblegum. Huh? So yeah. Hey guys, so when I think of spring makeup, I think of, you know, just glowy skin, hydrated skin. First one is going to be the e.l.f. Prep and Hydrate Balm. Just got this one. This is gonna be my first time using it. It comes in this, like, you know, just a balm, and you just rub it all over the face. You're supposed to use it prior to makeup. I'm just gonna pat that into the skin. It's a little sticky, but that's a good thing because when you put on your foundation, that just means, you know, it's gonna stick and last all day. Next up, I'm gonna be trying the Versace Skin Tune Blur. So many makeup artists use this. You know, all YouTubers and stuff, they always used it. Or the key points, like right where you usually get oily. And this is a mini size because I wanted to try it before I invest in, like, you know, the full-size product. And I would recommend, if you're someone who's trying stuff and you just don't want to spend, you know, a lot of money like at Sephora, they do have an entire mini section on their website, and I just go through it and pick makeup and skincare from there if you don't want to spend as much money on the full-size product. I do see where it blurs a little bit, especially since I'm breaking out right now, so I like the way it feels. All right, so I'm gonna go into my foundation, and today I'm gonna be using a old favorite, and that is the NYX, make sure I shake it really good, NYX Total Control Drops. It's one of my favorite drugstore. For a while I kind of wasn't using it, but I circled back around to it now. So for the Total Drops, you have to be very careful because one, it's very watery, but also a little bit goes a long way. So I like to start with just like 3 drops. This is the NYX Total Drop foundation brush. So now I can go in with the Beauty Blender. It's damp, so it will kind of blend better. So for concealer, I'm going to use my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and this is in the shade Medium Dark 3 Amande. I'm just going to put a little bit there, a little bit there. It's pretty empty. Need another one. A little bit there, and a little bit there. Just going to use the other side of the Beauty Blender to blend this out. Okay, now that that's blended out, really good concealer. Now we're gonna go into setting my under eye. I don't really like to bake because, like I said, my skin is dry. So my favorite really under eye setting powder is the Beauty Bakery Flour Powder. This is great. It's like a yellow undertone, but it's not too drying, and it really doesn't give you flashback. So I think I'm going to use the same Beauty Blender, and I'm just going to take a little bit, make sure I tap out the excess. Get rid of the excess. You don't want all that powder if you have dry skin. And then I'm just going to put it where I put my... And I'm just like pressing it into the skin. Shake off the excess, tap off the excess. This side got a little bit more, but it's okay, I'll dust it off. Okay, fluffy powder brush, just kind of dust that off because I don't want to bake for too long. Okay, so for setting the rest of my face, I'm going to go back to the Laura Mercier, the more skin color one. I'm going to pick up a little bit, and as you can see, the brush picks up a lot. So I'm just going to tap off some in the cap and dust this all over where I did not put the Beauty Bakery Flour Powder. And this kind of just keep everything where you want it to be. So right now my skin looks a little bit dry because I just put all that powder. Going to try to add a little bit of a bronze. I don't really have a bronzer that matches my skin tone. I got this one the other day from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and online it looked a little bit more darker. No, there you go. It's not that bad, but okay, I'm gonna use it on top of the other one. All right, so what I have done in the past is this Juvias Place blush palette, and they have this nice like brown but kind of reddish color, and that's what I've been using as a contour. It's really heavy, so you want to make sure you're light-handed. And here I'm using my new Juvias Place J3 tapered contour brush. It's like fluffy but angled or tapered. So I'm just going to use a little bit and tap off the excess and just kind of Fenty just came out with their bronzers, and I haven't tried it yet, but it's so hard to find a bronzer that's dark enough for dark skin. So that gives me just enough, like, you know, color back in. Like I said, it's supposed to be a blush, so it kind of serves two purposes. And then I'm gonna go back over it with the Anastasia, and this is in the shade Mahogany. That, you know, it's not so heavy. I'm gonna go back in with this one. I was gonna return it, but then I'm like, you know what? I'll just keep it. And also, I think for a very long time we were confusing bronzer with contour. Like, it's not supposed to really chisel as much. It's just supposed to give you that sun-kissed look. So now that I've done that, I can go ahead and just set my face. I guess I'll use the Morphe. I just got the Morphe setting mist, and it's supposed to be a good one, so I'm gonna try it. Shake it really good. Ooh, it smells great. I like that this is like not as watery as some setting sprays that will leave all that mist on your face and kind of just stays there. This one is really nice. Look at that. Like, it still looks natural, but it did add back some moisture, so I like that. Cool, Morphe. All right, now I'm gonna go into my brows. Right now I'm using the Benefit Precisely My Brow pencil. Again, this is, I think, a mini size or the full size. I think it was a mini size. But this is in dark brown. The only disadvantage is that it doesn't have a spoolie on it. So I'm just gonna, I don't really spend a lot of my time on brows like most people probably do. I just brush it upwards, use the pencil, just kind of shape it a little bit. And it kind of just give me the shape that I want. I like my brows to look as natural as possible. I don't like it all drawn on. Okay. So that's all I'm pretty much going to use. But now I have the new Anastasia Beverly Hills brow gel, and this is in ebony. Honestly, they had so many shades, it was really hard to pick one. I just tried to pick one that would actually work for me, but they had multiple that could have worked, but I picked ebony. And I tried it the other night and I was so impressed with just like, look at the difference it's about to make. Just go upwards, just follow the natural shape of the brow. Look at that. This is almost like a perfect tint. Like, I honestly didn't even have to fill in my brows before doing this. So just brush upwards, and then when you get to the end, you can just draw it down. Okay, so it did get a little messy here, so I have to clean it up. So I'm gonna use the shade Espresso. And what I like about these is you can put it on the back of your hand and use like a flat brush to clean it up. And you can also just put it directly on. So I'm too lazy, so I'm gonna just put it directly on. And just kind of draw where you wanna shape it. And once I get the outline, then I'll go down. And there you go, brows are done. Now we can get into these eyes. So because I have dark skin, as you know, if you want your colors to really show up, you have to use a white base. The one I've been using is the NYX crayon pencil in milk. It might be a little intimidating at first, but once you blend it out and add the shadows, it will definitely look better. I'm just gonna add a little bit there, a little bit here, and then use a shader brush, just a flat brush, and just blend that out. See, once you blend it out, it almost like disappears, but it still leave you behind like a light enough base for your shadows. There you go. That's what you pretty much need. And you're gonna see how this kind of disappears. Okay, so now I thought I was gonna use a new palette today, but I'm actually gonna stick with Morphe 350 palette, one of the best neutral palettes out there. Doesn't have a mirror, that's the only disadvantage. So first I'm gonna start with a like skin color shadow just as my transition color. I think I'm gonna use this brown right here with a nice fluffy, and this the Juvias Place blending brush. And I'm just gonna blend that right out. You can see that. I've never seen a blending brush this like fluffy. Look at that. So this is gonna be my transition color. Nice and blended. I'm gonna use this one right here. I know the color doesn't even look that bright on camera, but it's this orangey shade right here. And I want it to show up, so I'm gonna pat this all the way on my lid. Right here. And here you see I'm just packing it on because I want the color to show up. The same thing on the other side. Look at that. How pretty is that color? Okay, I'm gonna take this more pinky shade here and I'm just gonna blend that around the orange. Making sure there's no harsh lines. I'm switching my brush to this smaller blending brush so I can really get in there, because I feel like I'm not getting in there. Now I'm gonna use I think I'm gonna use the same blending brush, and I'm gonna add this darker orange, like burnt orange shade to the outside. And then as you can see, I'm just packing it on. I am definitely not the queen of a cut crease, but just gonna add a little bit of concealer there. Could have went lighter. So I'm just gonna use a flat shade brush. This one is from BH Cosmetics, and I'm just gonna spray that with a little bit of setting spray. So I'm switching back to the 350S Morphe palette. This is the shimmer palette. I'm gonna take this color here. It's a shimmer orange with a wet brush, and I'm gonna pop that right there. Look at that pigment. I'm gonna switch back to that first color that I used as a transition color. I'm gonna go back to that fluffy brush. Just to kind of blend everything in together, just to soften this side right here. All right, now we can move on to some liner. So change of plans. For liner, I'm gonna be using this Urban Decay 24-hour glide on pencil, and this is in Perfusion or Perversion. This is like a black, and I'm gonna use that to line my as a eyeliner. Kind of messed it up a little bit. Okay, so for my under eye, I'm gonna use this. It's more like a burnt orange glide on pencil. Perfect color. So for that, I'm gonna tight line my waterline. Right in my waterline. And I'll bring it down just a little bit. So I'm gonna go back into the first shade and smudge that out just a little bit. Go into, I'm gonna use the pinky shade to smudge. Okay, there you go. Now I just gotta pop on some mascara. What am I gonna use? So my favorite mascara right now is definitely Climax from NARS. Let's see if I still have any of this L'Oreal eyeshadow base. It just kind of pull them out better. The Benefit mascara, because it's just smaller. There you go. So now I'm just going to throw on just a little bit of blush. Almost done. Blush and highlight and I'm done. So since we're keeping it bronzy and orange, I'm going to be using the Juvia's Place Bella blush. As you can see, it's like a nice peachy orange. It's the same contour bronzer brush, and I'm going to just go over the bronzer with a little bit. Ready for dark skin. And if you ever want to blend it all out, just go in with a powder brush. Seamless. And then for highlights, I haven't used my NARS palette in a while. This is the NarSissist. And this is in the Wanted 2. Look at those colors, so pretty. And brush in a while, let's see. I feel like that brush ain't doing nothing for me. I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. highlighting brush. Pop a little bit over here. And over this. A little bit down my nose. It is such a subtle highlight too. Okay. I'm gonna spray one more time. Cover my eyes. And for the lips, I'm going in with this Burnt Orange by Kat Von D. This is in Plath. I'm gonna line with this Burnt Orange liner by Colourpop. This is in Love Bug. And then I'm just gonna go in the center bottom lip with this one. So I'm just gonna pop some lip gloss on the center. Okay guys, here's the final look. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to my channel, and I might create another look for you guys. So until next time, bye.